Time now for this hour's car review. Mr. Mars had a chance to drive the Toyota RAV4 TRD. It's hard for me to even begin to understand how you make a TRD out of a RAV4.
Well, it was really unexpected to get it as a TRD, so you really had to kind of look at it and see what was what while we were trying to, during the week that we had it to review it. So this is basically a compact SUV, standard. It's front-wheel drive. You can get it in all-wheel drive, and it's got 5 trim levels, including the new TRD. Now, if you're not familiar with the TRD, that's Toyota Racing Development. They put that on their off-road. It's really known for their off-road. They do some drag racing. They do a lot of motorsports things with it. And so they've put it on some of their street vehicles as well, and now they've incorporated this into the RAV4. Now, this is vehicle for another sizing comparison. This shares a platform with a Camry, so it kind of gives you an idea of the size of it. So it's still got the nice truck-like styling, but it's got new body curves, and it looks
Careful
different,
now, careful.
but it also looks like it's got a more performance, more off-roadish, more athletic stance. Instead of a SUV, it's kind of leaning more back to a CUV. It's the way they've got it set up and the way the trim's set up. It's got a new grille that mimics the truck grille, which contributes to the whole overall look. LED headlights, fog lights, running lights. It's an LED system. Got rain-sensing wipers. Got some unique wheel openings that go along with the front bumpers as part of that TRD package that you can get on this vehicle. Got a lot of matte black on it, including the 18-inch wheels. And it's really got a new aggressive off-road styling
They
look
got
to
it gussied up to say something.
Yeah, very much so, very much so. And if you get to the interior, you're going to find that you got some Softex seat surfaces. They're heated and ventilated up front. You got an optional 8-inch center screen in the middle of it that's part of the center stack. And one thing, it's got the bird's eye view camera that you can see all around the vehicle. But one thing I noticed real quick was that whenever you pull up to a stop at a stoplight, it kicks on. It engages the front portion of it. So your center console stack, your monitor there, it's got the front camera on. And that's kind of cool. You can see how close you are to the guy in front of you. But it's got something about the camera placement. It's got a little black V in the front of it. I'm not sure what it is, but it's very annoying. It doesn't give you a full picture. It's a great idea, but I couldn't ever figure out what was in the way of the camera. But anyway, it was a
Was it the
cool
license plate frame or something?
No, this is on the front camera, so you can see how close you are to the guy in front of you. And, of course, you get up a little bit of speed off idle, and it goes away. But all in all, it was a pretty unique idea every time you come to a stop. Interior, you're also going to find things like a JBL audio system with 11 speakers and a subwoofer in this small vehicle.
And has
it's really
sound,
nice.
I was going to say.
It's really nice. Up under the hood, to keep it rolling, you're going to find it's got the 2.5-liter inline-4, 203 horsepower, up at 6,600 RPM.
Yikes.
184 pound-feet of torque, up at 5,000 RPM. So you got to wind it up.
This is a 6-cylinder?
No, it's an inline-4.
It's a 4-cylinder.
But it's a big 4.
And it's a TRD.
It's the TRD package, but that's the base engine in the RAV4 that you're going to get, whether you got the TRD
Just
or
like
not.
they did with the Camry.
It's the only engine.
It's the only
Same
engine. I
concept,
don't
yeah.
understand why.
And it's the 8-speed automatic that's behind it. And it's part of, it runs really well, don't get me wrong.
But it's all visual.
It is.
Versus a regular RAV4.
Yes. It's a visual package for the TRD package.
Are we just old school or what?
Well, it's got a few little things in it, but yeah, we are old. You are old school. So in the city, the EPA says you should be looking for about 26 miles per gallon in the city, 35 out on the highway, combined about 30. We easily got to 28 because we wanted to see what it would do. We had to do a lot of research on it. So I want to say it's very roomy. It's got a very responsive engine on it. One thing it's got, though, is it's the torque vectoring, and it's like where they put 50% of the power to the rear wheels. So even though it does go all-wheel drive, it's not really a full-wheel drive, but it'll get you some all-wheel drive type responsiveness.
So if it needs it, it'll engage the other axle.
Right. And that's where you kind of help with the fuel economy. Size-wise, if you're looking for something to compare it to, you might look at the Honda CR-V that starts at $25,550. The Nissan Rogue starts at $25,300, or even a Subaru Forester that starts at $24,495. Now, a base RAV4 is $25,950. So it's right there in the same ballpark, same size vehicle and everything. But we had the RAV4 TRD. Now, by the time you add on all the things that get to that point with the different type of floor mats and the TRD emblems and all that stuff, you're looking at $35,180.
So it adds $10,000.
And we had some TRD options on top of that, so it put it at the base price MSRP for this vehicle as tested was $42,095.
Oh my God! Really?
17,000
More
above.
than the base.
More than the base.
With
but
the
I mean,
same engine.
But, you know, if you look at it, the CRV gets up around $35,000, the Rogue 33, the Forester up around $35,000 when you start topping them out. And the test vehicle, the base on this before options was $35,000. So it's all in the ballpark till you add on the TRD.
You know, I think
options.
I'd get me the base the base RAV4 and take it out to Hennessy and let him mess with it.
Well, yeah, if you're going to spend $20,000, you might as well do that.
Well, you spend 20 grand at Hennessy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there
But
you go.
You get a lot of it in the engine.
Right. Well, it'll be
Yeah.
I mean, that's where.
So it'll have a lot more get up and go.
That's where it all happens. You know, back in my 6-cylinder days, I've always been a fan of the straight